What's going on, you YouTubers? It's the greatest noob, aka T-Bird325, reporting live again. This is part 3 of my series of how to make yourself a token. Now, on this particular segment, I'm going to focus on how to draw your characters. Let me recap from the video number 2. What you're going to need is paper, pencil, fine tip Sharpie, cotton ball, cards that you can erase. Now in this particular case, I'm going to let you know right now, anything that was printed by Upper Deck Entertainment or Wizards of the Coast most likely will not be able to be erased, namely the booster pack 10s and anything outside of a base set. Do not think you're going to try to erase them, because it will not happen. And also do not try to erase dual terminal cards, as I figured out. It don't work. Honestly, I can tell you that out of this set, DOR, where the Gamma, Beta, and Alpha comes out of, they do not erase. Actually, the printing was completely different back then, and so this peels off. Alright, so it peels off of the card, which I showed you. Haha. Alright, so do not do that. And also, told you before, you needed a towel, something to put your acetone in, and put your cotton soaked acetone ball on, so you do not create anything horrible. Alright, so what you need to do is figure out what you're going to draw. First thing, I'm going to draw this cute little minion number 2. Now I've already drawn him on here, purposes of this video, just to get it as quickly as possible. See, I have my Xarian universe erased already. Drew minion number 2, so I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna draw his feet, or 1 foot. For this video, and don't be afraid to mess up, because if you're afraid to mess up, don't do this. You do not want to push hard. You want to make sure that you are just letting the ink come out of the Sharpie with not a lot of force, because if you do, you're already leaving indentions in the card. You don't want to leave them permanent indentions, especially if you figure out, well, that's not the character I want to draw. So you can just take your acetone on your towel and erase it. Okay, I'm not going to actually color him, because I don't have my yellow marker, and I want to make sure that I can put all the layers where they're supposed to be. That's another thing to think about, is you want to make sure that whenever you do color your token, bottom layers, you color inside the lines. Okay, inside the lines, add your finishing touches onto it using a black marker. I usually use the black marker, and let's see if I can find my Mario token to help me with this demonstration, but I don't think I have them with me. Don't worry. So I'll just use the me tokens instead. I'll use them as an example. Use the black marker to outline, so that way you can get a nice, clean, solid line. Works for me. I love using it. And then color around it, giving yourself your background. Okay, as in the Yoshi eggs, and I don't have my Marios with me, so I'll just show that next time. So that's what I like to do, is get nice, clean, fine lines on the end result, because that's what kind of person I am. I'm just meticulous about that kind of stuff. Where was I going with this? Oh, before I go any further, I want to give a shout out to GHopper85, Beijing Coke, I Own Molly, Holy Cheetos, and Shorty Doo-Wop, and the rest of Team Truth. Alright, next time I'm going to have a logo for Team Truth, so you can actually see it. So basically, to recap, pick an image, sketch, as in these 3. You want to sketch them. Take it slow whenever you're drawing on this, because if you're gonna mess up, don't go too fast, and don't go too deep into the card, because you don't want to dent it or ding it. Color in the card. I will see what color pants to give him. Let's see. That's too dark. That's too light. And I don't know. I think I'll use the dark one. I'm going to color in his pants. And like I said before in the second video, you want to make sure that you have a continuous stream of ink, because once the ink dries and you go back into the ink, you're basically putting a second coat, and it will register as a second coat and will be darker than your first one. So you want to make sure that as you're putting this down, you want to try to get it in one sitting. Let that dry and then move on to your next color. Otherwise you will smear it across the black lines and it just won't look good as a finished result. For the most part, you'll want to stay in the same direction, but if the marker is light enough or dark enough, it won't show. Like yellow. Yellow will not show if you change directionality. Black will show, so just be careful with that. Now, if you don't think that you can actually go in and put a final line over your artwork, just don't do it. Save yourself the agony and the time, and just don't do it. I've been drawing since I was 3, so it's kind of second nature to me. But don't let that discourage you. Do not let that discourage you. Alright, awesome. Drew on his pants. As you can see here, let's try to get a nice one. Sorry about that. Alright, so there are his pants. And normally I would, like I said, color everything else and then go in with the final lines, but since I don't have my yellow, I don't want to finish it right now. So for now, I'm going to say peace, love, a whole bunch of chips and cookies, but brush your teeth afterwards, because cavities are no joke. Plus it might actually make you want to crap. So once again, big shouts out to everyone out there. Thanks for subbing, and I'll make sure to watch you guys' video. And like I said, I'm the greatest noob. You guys have fun. Good evening.